In today's fast-moving world, grand gestures often steal the spotlight when it comes to love. Surprise trips, expensive gifts, dramatic declarations. And while those moments are beautiful in their own way, real care, the kind that builds lasting connections, often lives in the quietest corners. Sometimes, the most meaningful signs of love aren't the ones that get posted online or talked about in stories. They're the small, almost invisible things someone does when no one's watching. The little gestures that whisper, "You matter to me." When a man truly cares for you, you won't always know it through loud, romantic words or public displays of affection. Instead, you'll notice it in the way he pays attention to the details of your life, the way he remembers your favorite snack, notices when something's off in your mood, or sends a simple, "Did you eat?" text in the middle of a busy day. These small acts may seem ordinary to an outsider, but to the person receiving them, they're deeply comforting and incredibly powerful. They say, "I'm thinking of you, I'm watching over you, I care." This kind of emotional investment shows up not in convenience, but in consistency. A man who truly values you won't just show up when it's easy or fun. He'll be there in the little everyday moments that slowly build emotional trust. It's in the way he gives you his jacket without a second thought, walks on the traffic side of the road without needing to be asked, or sends you a song because it reminded him of you. These aren't just habits. They're signs of presence, effort, and intention. Too often, we overlook these gestures because they're not flashy. They're not what the movies teach us to look for, and they don't always come with the fanfare we're used to associating with real love. But when someone takes the time to care about your comfort, your safety, your joy, even in the tiniest ways, that's when you know their heart is involved. It's not about how loudly they say "I love you," it's about how quietly they show it. In this video, or post, we're diving into 15 small but powerful gestures that often go unnoticed. Gestures that reveal just how deeply a man may care for you. Whether you're in a relationship now, healing from a past one, or simply trying to understand what true emotional effort looks like, these signs will help you see love in its realest, most grounded form. Because at the end of the day, love isn't proven through perfection. It's shown in the moments that feel like home. 1. He remembers little details about you. When a man remembers the little details about you, it's one of the most subtle yet powerful signs that he genuinely cares. It means he listens with intent, not just to respond, but to understand and connect. He stores pieces of your world in his mind, things others might overlook, like how you take your coffee, your favorite song from childhood, or the way your voice changes when you talk about something you love. These aren't just random facts to him. They're parts of you he chooses to hold on to because they matter. This kind of attention shows emotional investment. In a world full of distractions, remembering the small things reflects focus and presence. It means your words don't just pass through him, they stay with him. It tells you that he's not just interested in the surface version of you, but the deeper, layered person you are. What makes this gesture so meaningful is that it's not always loud or obvious. You may casually mention that you've been stressed about a presentation, and days later, he asks how it went. Or you might say you're allergic to a certain food once, and he never forgets. These little moments accumulate quietly, but leave a lasting impact. Ultimately, when someone holds on to your details, it makes you feel seen and valued. And that's a rare kind of care. It's not about grand gestures, but about being consistently thoughtful in ways that feel personal and real. 2. He checks in to see if you ate. When a man checks in to see if you've eaten, it may seem like a small, routine question, but it often holds a much deeper meaning. This gesture shows that he's thinking about your well-being even when you're not around. It's a form of care that goes beyond romantic words. It's about concern for your most basic needs. Food is a symbol of health, comfort, and routine. And when he asks if you've eaten, what he's really saying is, I want to make sure you're okay. This kind of check-in shows emotional attentiveness. He's not just engaging in conversation, he's watching over you in a gentle, non-intrusive way. In moments when you're busy, tired, or overwhelmed, this simple question becomes an act of nurturing. It shows he's tuned in to your daily rhythm and that he wants you to take care of yourself, even if he can't be there physically to do it for you. This gesture can also signal consistency. Whether it's a quick message in the middle of the day or a casual call in the evening, the act repeats itself, and through repetition, it forms emotional intimacy. It says that your comfort and health matter to him, and that he's emotionally invested in even the small parts of your day. In essence, when he asks, "Did you eat?" it's rarely just about food. It's about care, presence, and a quiet form of love that speaks through everyday concern. 3. He texts good morning or good night regularly. When a man texts good morning or good night regularly, it reflects a quiet but consistent form of emotional connection. These simple messages may seem routine on the surface, but they carry significant weight in building and maintaining closeness. A good morning text is often the first thought he shares with you in the day, a way of saying, "You're on my mind as I start my day." Similarly, a good night message becomes a gentle sign-off, letting you know he's thinking of you even as the day ends. This daily rhythm shows consistency, and consistency is one of the strongest indicators of genuine care. In a world full of distractions, choosing to reach out first thing in the morning or right before bed means you hold an important space in his life. It doesn't require much effort, but the meaning lies in the intention behind it, that he wants to be part of your day, even in the smallest way. These messages also help maintain emotional presence, especially in long-distance or busy relationships. Even when life is chaotic, a simple good night keeps the connection alive and reassures you of his attention. It becomes a ritual, something you begin to expect, not out of habit, but because it feels comforting and personal. In the end, these regular greetings are not about the words themselves, but about the message behind them. I care, I'm thinking of you, and I want to be a part of your everyday. 4. He notices when you're feeling off. When a man notices that you're feeling off, even when you haven't said anything, is a clear sign that he's emotionally attuned to you. This kind of awareness doesn't come from casual observation. It comes from paying close attention to your mood, your energy, and your subtle shifts in behavior. Maybe your tone is slightly different, your responses are shorter than usual, or your smile doesn't reach your eyes the way it normally does. He picks up on these cues not because he's analyzing you, but because he genuinely cares and notices the difference. This sensitivity shows that your emotional state matters to him. He's not just interested in the version of you that's happy and talkative. He wants to be there for the quiet, tired, or overwhelmed version too. It's his way of saying, I see you, even when you're trying to hide it. Sometimes he may not ask directly, but his behavior shifts. He becomes gentler, more patient, more present. Other times, he might gently ask if something's wrong, giving you space to open up without pressure. What makes this so meaningful is that it creates emotional safety. Knowing someone can sense your inner state and chooses to respond with care helps build trust and depth in the relationship. You feel less alone with your feelings because someone else is tuned into them, not for their benefit, but for yours. This kind of attention can't be faked or forced. It's the result of genuine emotional investment and a quiet form of love that shows up when you need it most. 5. He sends you songs or memes that remind him of you. When a man sends you songs or memes that remind him of you, it's his way of staying connected through shared meaning. These little digital gestures may seem playful or casual, but they often reveal something deeper, that you're in his thoughts, even when you're not around. Whether it's a lyric that captures how he feels, a funny meme that reflects an inside joke, or a reel that mirrors your personality, he's using these moments to say, "This made me think of you." Sharing music in particular is intimate. Songs often express emotions that are hard to put into words. When he sends you a track, he's not just sharing a tune, he's letting you in on his mood, his thoughts, or even his unspoken feelings. It's his way of opening a window into his inner world, using the language of melody and lyrics to bridge emotional distance. Memes, on the other hand, are about connection through humor and relatability. When he sends you a meme, he's keeping the conversation light, playful, and familiar. It creates a shared experience, a tiny moment where you both laugh, smile, or just understand something without having to explain it. These small digital exchanges might not seem grand, but they add up over time. They create a rhythm of closeness, a sense that even during ordinary moments, you're still present in his day. And that's what makes it meaningful. It's not about what he sends, but the fact that he's thinking of you when he does. 6. He holds your hand in public. When a man holds your hand in public, it's a quiet yet powerful gesture of affection, protection, and pride. It's not just about physical touch. It's about making a statement without words, him with you, and him not afraid to show it. In that simple act, he's signaling emotional availability and a desire for closeness that extends beyond private moments. It means he's comfortable being seen with you, not just physically, but emotionally, and that he's willing to let the world know you matter to him. Hand-holding might seem like a small act, but it carries weight. It's a form of non-verbal communication that says, "You're safe with me." Whether you're walking down a street, crossing a busy intersection, or sitting together quietly, the gesture connects you in a subtle but steady way. It brings comfort, eases tension, and reinforces presence. In public settings, this action can also show confidence in the relationship. He's not keeping it hidden, and he doesn't hesitate to express affection. There's no performance, just a genuine moment of connection, offered freely. For many people, touch is a primary love language, and something as simple as holding hands can speak volumes about how deeply someone cares. Ultimately, when he reaches for your hand in front of others, it's not just about closeness. It's about commitment. It says, "I choose you, not just behind closed doors, but in the open world too." 7. He walks on the traffic side of the road. When a man walks on the traffic side of the road, it's a subtle but meaningful gesture that shows protectiveness, awareness, and care. It might seem like an old-fashioned habit to some, but its intention is deeply rooted in wanting to keep you safe, even in the smallest, most ordinary situations. Without saying a word, he's signaling that your safety matters to him, and that he's willing to take the uncomfortable or exposed side just to shield you from potential harm. This kind of action isn't loud or showy. In fact, many people might not even notice it. But that's what makes it genuine. It's done not for attention, but out of instinct and respect. He's thinking ahead, anticipating what could go wrong, and putting himself in a position to take the impact, no matter how unlikely it is. Whether it's cars splashing water, a distracted cyclist, or just uneven pavement, he'd rather be the one closest to it. More than just a physical act, it reflects a mindset, one that puts your comfort and safety above his own convenience. It's these small, almost automatic choices that reveal a deeper level of emotional investment. a way of saying, I've got you, even in the simplest of moments. In a world where grand gestures often steal the spotlight, small acts like this speak volumes. They quietly build trust, create emotional security, and show you that his care isn't occasional. It's consistent, thoughtful, and deeply rooted. 8. He keeps your favorite snacks or drinks around. When a man keeps your favorite snacks or drinks around, it's a small but sincere act that shows he pays attention to the details that make you feel seen and comfortable. It means he's not just listening when you talk about what you like, he's remembering it and acting on it. This gesture may seem simple, but it speaks to a deeper level of thoughtfulness. He's thinking ahead, preparing for your presence, and creating a space where you feel welcomed, valued, and considered. This kind of effort isn't about extravagance or impressing you with big gestures. It's about consistency and care in the everyday moments. Whether it's your favorite chocolate in his kitchen drawer, the brand of coffee you prefer in his cabinet, or the soda you love in his fridge, he's planning for your happiness. That level of consideration means your preferences are not only remembered, but prioritized. It also shows emotional intimacy. When someone makes a habit of surrounding you with the little things you love, they're trying to make your presence feel natural and expected in their world. It's a quiet way of saying, you belong here. It creates comfort, the kind that builds emotional trust over time. Ultimately, keeping your favorite snacks or drinks may not seem like a big deal, but it's one of those unspoken acts that says a lot. I know what makes you smile, and I care enough to make sure it's close by when you're with me. 9. He gives you his jacket when you're cold. When a man gives you his jacket when you're cold, it's more than just an instinctive reaction to the weather. It's a warm, wordless gesture of care, protection, and selflessness. In that moment, he's choosing your comfort over his own, without hesitation. It's a small sacrifice, but one that speaks volumes about how much he values your well-being. He notices your discomfort, and instead of just pointing it out, he immediately offers a solution, his own warmth, quite literally. This act often carries a sense of intimacy and emotional safety. There's something deeply personal about wearing someone else's jacket. It smells like them, feels like them, and becomes a kind of physical presence when they're not holding you themselves. It's not just a borrowed piece of clothing, it becomes a temporary layer of closeness and reassurance. Offering his jacket also signals instinctual protectiveness. He wants to shield you, to make sure you're okay. Not out of obligation, but because it matters to him how you feel. And often, he won't make a big deal out of it. He'll do it casually, without expecting thanks or attention, because it's not about the gesture, it's about you. In relationships, it's these small, thoughtful moments that carry the deepest meaning. Giving you his jacket isn't just about weathering the cold. It's his quiet way of saying, your comfort means more to me than my own. 10. He listens more than he talks. When a man listens more than he talks, it reflects a level of emotional maturity and genuine interest that goes far beyond surface-level interaction. In a world where many people are eager to speak, to be heard, or to impress, someone who chooses instead to truly listen is offering something rare: presence, patience, and care. His silence isn't empty, it's attentive. It means he values your words, your thoughts, and your feelings enough to give them space without interruption. This kind of listening is intentional. He's not just waiting for his turn to speak or offering quick solutions. He's absorbing what you're saying. He notices your tone, your pauses, the emotions behind your words. He makes you feel like your voice matters, like you're being heard without judgment or distraction. And in that safe space, you begin to open up more, because you know he's not just hearing you, he's understanding you. Listening more than talking also reflects a deep form of respect. He's not trying to dominate the conversation, or steer it toward himself. He's interested in your world, your stories, your experiences, your worries. He wants to know you, not just superficially, but in the ways that matter. That kind of quiet attention builds trust and emotional closeness over time. Ultimately, when he listens more than he talks, he's telling you that what you have to say is worth his time. And sometimes that kind of presence speaks louder than any words ever could. 11. He adjusts his schedule to spend time with you. When a man adjusts his schedule to spend time with you, it's a clear sign that you are a priority in his life. Time is one of the most valuable things we all have. And when someone chooses to reorganize their day just to be with you, it means they're investing in the relationship in a meaningful way. It's not just about being available, it's about making themselves available, even when life is busy or inconvenient. This gesture shows intention. It means he doesn't just want to fit you into his life when it's easy. He's willing to shift things around, delay plans, or even say no to other commitments to create space for you. And he doesn't complain about it or make you feel like an obligation. Instead, he's present and engaged, because being with you is something he genuinely wants. It also reveals consistency and emotional effort. Anyone can say they care, but adjusting a schedule takes planning, consideration, and sometimes sacrifice. Whether it's leaving work a little earlier, rescheduling a meeting, or giving up downtime to see you for a short while, it shows that spending time with you isn't just important, it's essential to him. In a relationship, these small practical decisions often carry deep emotional weight. When someone chooses to prioritize you in their already full life, they're showing that your connection isn't just meaningful, it's worth the effort. And that kind of effort speaks volumes about how much they truly care. 12. He remembers important dates. When a man remembers important dates, it's a quiet but clear sign that he values you and the relationship on a deeper level. Whether it's your birthday, the anniversary of when you met, or even a meaningful moment you casually mentioned once, his ability to recall those dates shows that he's emotionally present and paying attention. He's not just hearing you, he's remembering you and the things that matter to you. This kind of memory isn't just about having a good sense of time, it's about emotional awareness. He's holding on to those moments because they mean something to him too. They're not just milestones in your life, they've become significant in his life as well. And when he brings them up or surprises you on those days, it's a way of saying, I care about the things that are important to you, and I want to celebrate them with you. Remembering dates also shows effort and thoughtfulness. He may quietly plan something special, or he might simply send a heartfelt message. Either way, it's not about the scale of the gesture, but the intention behind it. He took the time to mark the moment, to let you know he didn't forget, because you and your memories matter. In a world where people are often distracted or too busy, someone who remembers your important dates is showing consistency, emotional depth, and genuine care. It's one more way of saying, you're not just in my life, you're in my heart and mind too. 13. He asks if you got home safely. When a man asks if you got home safely, it's a simple yet deeply caring gesture that reflects concern, attentiveness, and emotional responsibility. It may only take a few seconds to send that message or make that call, but the meaning behind it runs much deeper. He's not asking out of formality. He genuinely wants to make sure you're okay, even after the time you've spent together has ended. This small act shows that his care doesn't stop when you walk away. It follows you quietly and consistently because your safety matters to him. Whether it was a short drive, a late-night ride, or even a long commute, he's thinking about the possibilities you might face. Not because he expects something to go wrong, but because he'd rather be sure than silent. That kind of thoughtfulness shows emotional maturity and a protective instinct that comes from love, not control. Asking about your safety also reflects his understanding of the world you move through, especially if you're traveling alone at night or through unfamiliar areas. It's his way of saying, you're not alone out there, even when he physically can't be with you. And sometimes just knowing that someone is waiting for your message gives a sense of comfort and peace. In the end, it's not just about getting home. It's about being cared for beyond the moment. When he checks in like this, he's telling you, you matter to me, even when you're not in front of me. 14. He compliments you genuinely, not just physically. When a man compliments you genuinely, not just physically, it reflects a deeper appreciation of who you are beyond appearance. It means he sees and values your personality, your heart, your intellect, the parts of you that aren't visible but are truly essential. While physical compliments can be flattering, genuine praise touches something more meaningful: your character, your effort, your uniqueness. These kinds of compliments often come in quiet, thoughtful moments. He might tell you he admires your kindness, your strength during tough times, or the way you make others feel heard. He might notice your passion for something you love, or the way your eyes light up when you talk about your dreams. These are not compliments anyone can give. They require paying attention, understanding, and connection. What makes them so powerful is that they show emotional presence. He's not focused only on what you look like in the moment. He's watching how you move through the world, how you treat people, how you express yourself. That kind of attention builds emotional intimacy. It says, I see who you are, not just how you appear. This level of sincerity also creates trust. You begin to feel safe, not just admired. You don't have to perform or perfect anything to earn affection, because he's already drawn to the real, unfiltered you. In the end, when he compliments you from the heart, it means his love is rooted not in the temporary, but in what's lasting and true. 15. He supports your goals, even when he's not involved. When a man supports your goals, even when he's not directly involved, it's a strong sign of genuine love, respect, and emotional maturity. He doesn't just cheer for you when it benefits him, or when he's part of the journey. He stands beside you, even from a distance, encouraging your growth for the sake of your own happiness and fulfillment. This kind of support shows that he values who you are as an individual, not just who you are in the relationship. He understands that your dreams, ambitions, and passions are a core part of your identity. Instead of feeling threatened, left out, or overlooked, he takes pride in seeing you pursue something meaningful to you. He celebrates your wins, encourages you when you're tired, and reminds you of your strength when you're uncertain, even if it means sacrificing time together or letting you focus elsewhere. This kind of backing isn't loud or showy. Sometimes it looks like giving you space to work late, respecting your boundaries during a busy phase, or simply checking in with a how's it going. Text that shows he's still present and rooting for you. It's about being emotionally invested, not just romantically attached.